Well, the results are in, and I tell you what, Road to the Horse is now in the books, and the world champion, Vicky Wilson, out of New Zealand.
Mate, how many more exciting afternoons have we seen at Road to the Horse than this? I mean, the whole deal from start to finish right now has just been one heck of an amazing roller coaster.
It's been a heck of a ride is what it's been. Literally. You know, it was incredible. The girls were each and every one of them phenomenal, you know, tough horses. And I tell you what, every single one of them negotiated those obstacles and did a great job and definitely won the crowd.
Mate, the thing is that all weekend we've been kind of like, you know, subtly asking everybody, well, who's your money on? Who do you think's going to win? And nobody, including us, wanted to answer that question because it was such a tough one. It was right down to the wire. Like it was so close.
Yeah, it was definitely to the wire. They went in tight and they kept it tight all the way through. And I tell you what, Vicky Wilson came out on top. But you know, we want to talk about all the competitors, and sitting with us right now, Sarah Dawson. You know what? I tell you what, yesterday you were on top. You won the event, the go-round yesterday, and then you went through there. Incredible work with that horse. I thought you adjusted beautifully all the way through the obstacle course. How did you feel like the event went?
I thought the event as a whole went really well. I was happy with my horse all the way through. He had a lot of tough spots in him from start to finish. In that obstacle course, he got a little bowed up at the tarp and stayed just a little bit bowed up kind of throughout the course right after that. But he never really liked tarps to begin with. So.
No, he didn't. But you know, you were so cool. You've been cool all the way through this. You know, at one point you're in there warming your horse up, and he bumped the gate. It came open, and out he went. I swear, you never even hardly flickered an eyelash. You just kind of went with him and said, "Hey,
that was like one of the highlights for me this afternoon." Just like, it's fine. Gate come over. Didn't even like try to turn back around and get him back in there, just like rolled on straight. I'm like, oh yeah.
We meant to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, now, when you went out on the obstacle course, you know, the compulsory areas, you know, walk, trot, and canter, man, I thought you were incredible on that. Of course, when you went to do his back feet, he was touchy, which was probably to be expected.
Yeah, I mean, I never really got him where I wanted to be with his back feet in the round pen sessions. And I mean, there was so much to cover. I would touch on it a little bit, but I couldn't spend as long as I needed to because there was so many other things I needed to do. And so, in the obstacle course part of it, I was just kind of able to just rub my hand down and wait till he stopped kicking.
You know, we talked about it being a timed event the whole time, but in the obstacle course, boy, the time really bears down on you.
It does. It really does. And I was really surprised how much time I had left at the end.
You did.
And so if I knew the time was going to go that slowly, I might have done things a little bit differently here and there.
But better to be early than late.
This is true.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to ask you, and as I'm going to ask all the girls, what was the toughest obstacle in the course? I have a feeling what you're going to say, but which one was the toughest?
I would say for me, the tarp was the toughest, and that was the toughest one.
Well, it's just so unnatural from across that white tarp. They don't know if it's a hole or what it is. So.
Every year we see that, though, don't we? Like, we see horses that kind of, even the ones that do pretty good in the round pens with it, always seem to have a little bit of trouble when they get out there and you have that great big open section and nothing to kind of like really help guide you to get you started. It's kind of just smack bang there. That's a super tough one.
It is.
You know, you're so used to competition, you know, and winning and losing is a big part of it. You know, it's easy to be a good winner. It's tough to be a good loser, but you live and breathe that almost every weekend.
Oh yeah, you show enough, you get enough practice at losing. So
Well, you know what? In my book, you're a champion. You kind of stole my heart yesterday with that ride yesterday. I thought you were probably, you are just a phenomenal horseman every single day. And I tell you what, you should feel proud. I know Richard is proud of you, and man,
Yeah, mate,
we were really impressed.
Yeah, as a friend and as getting to have competed against you, which again, you kicked my butt, just so we're clear on that, was awesome to get to watch you right out there. You did a hell of a job.
Thank you.
Great job, Sarah. All right, we're going to see you again. Again, Rain Cowhorse event. You'll just be going right back to work as soon as you leave here.
Pretty much.
All right. Tell Chris we said hello,
I will.
and congratulations. Great work.
Thank you.
Okay.
Safe
You know
travels.
what? She's so cool, man. I thought in some ways her horsemanship skills are so premier when she finally gets in that saddle. She is incredible.
Yeah. One of the other cool things is that, like, after getting to know Sarah and seeing her here at Road to the Horse before and that, I think the cool thing is, like a lot of us said, she's continued to grow and to progress, and we've seen that again this weekend.
You bet. Well, as we continue on with our competitors, Rochelle Valentine went in with penalty minutes and still got the course done. Come on in there, cowgirl. You went in there with those limited on time, and I tell you what, talk about one of them that stole the heart of everybody out there. You were amazing. You acted like, you didn't even think about those minutes. You just went in there, went to work, and conquered that course.
Yep, that's what I did. Basically, it's all or nothing out there, so you just go in and get the job done and grab your night latch.
Yeah, again, she sat that horse like a champion. That horse trying to buck you off several times. I never saw her seat leave the saddle once.
No, there would have been so many times that situation, I would have been gone, smoked out of here.
You told me I'm going to make sure I got that night latch, and you were pretty well stuck. That's a pretty handy tool.
There were two things I had to learn for Road to the Horse. One, to use my night latch, and two, how to rope. One of them came in handy.
Yeah. Well, you had to be, even though you didn't come out on top, and I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't had those penalty points, but you have to be happy with your performance.
Honestly, I feel like I'm on top right now. And
You
I'm happy.
are
I'm
on
happy
top.
with it. I feel like
Yeah.
I redeemed myself after run too.
Well, so many more people now that actually know who you are. In your area, people are going to be sending you horses after knowing who you are and seeing your performance. It was really phenomenal. And again, I know Sean's got to be tickled with what happened.
Sean's super proud of me. He's not upset at all that we didn't win. He's just super proud of me. So.
Well, I think
happy.
everybody was, and old Checkers. I think in some way that might have been the favorite horse.
Yeah.
That's what they
Yeah.
should have, a favorite horse every year. I would suggest that to Tootie, because I think if there'd been a favorite horse, Checkers would have walked away with that
He
one.
would have gotten a trophy.
He would have gotten the trophy.
It would need to be a big award.
A carry trophy.
And something edible.
A top trophy.
Yeah, and
You can eat
something
it.
edible. So now again, the event is over. The pressure is off. You kind of go back to your normal routine of everyday working, everyday riding, everyday training. But again, you take home such a precious feel and memory from this event. It's something that impacts you for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. It's something I'll never forget, and it's a dream come true to be here.
Yeah.
I loved being invited, and it's been a really great experience. I'm not so sure how my little horse liked it too well.
Yeah.
Wheezy, she was terrified, but other than that,
Well,
it's been
you know
wonderful.
what? Again, that's good for all of us. We learn
Yeah.
from everything. And you know what? You were phenomenal out there. A smile on your face. And I tell you what, maybe the crowd favorite right there. Rochelle, congratulations.
Thank you very
It's been
much,
a
Craig.
pleasure. And Dan and I hope to get a chance to ride with you. So,
Awesome.
Safe
Thank you,
travels,
guys.
mate.
Thanks, Dan.
yeah. Hey, these gals are so cool, and so easy to get along with. And I think the horses even picked up on that. They didn't sugarcoat it. They didn't back off a lick on the horses that they brought, and everybody could see those horses. You had to know what you were doing to get through that obstacle.
Yeah, on that scale, it was as tough as any time for any of us seeing that happen. So it was a cool deal to watch again.
Well, all the gals, again, phenomenal. And the girl that took home the Jack Brainerd Award, who Jack thought just shined throughout the whole thing, that was Kate Newbert right there. And you know what? We nobody could disagree with that. I was just mentioning the Jack Brainerd Award, obviously caught Jack's eye. And he's a guy that knows what he's looking for, and what he's looking for is that raw, that natural talent, that ability, that that able to communicate with those horses, your finesse, your style. I mean, definitely you had it all out there. Winning 2 rounds in a row going into here. And I think point-wise, if I'm not mistaken, that you probably finished, what, second? Or do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that's how it is, but I'm real interested.
I
to
don't
see
know,
this
and I
horse.
don't want to say that for sure because I don't know for sure either.
Yeah.
It could have easily been Sarah or any of the gals, but you got to be happy even though you didn't end up on top. Taking home the Jack Brainerd and winning 2 rounds, you got to be pretty happy.
Very happy. Yeah, it's really an honor winning that award, and feel like I'm really proud of my horse. That horse was tough in ways.
Oh man,
He was
I
pretty
guarantee
tough in
you.
ways, and even
Yeah.
today he was pretty buzzed up when I came in there. Then the round crowd, he was.
I think every horse was wound up
Yeah.
today. Getting in there, they were by themselves. You could feel the energy of the crowd out there.
Yeah.
They could certainly feel it. And I like the way you went in there, went to work on the horse. He needed it.
Yeah, he did, and I was really proud of having not been out of the round crowd. Real proud of the way he loosened up and carried me around in the arena.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that, Kate. I thought that was one of the cool things, like after us just yesterday, discussing about that, about you choosing not to go out of the round pen. And, you really made a good call on that because, today when you got out there, it really wasn't a problem or a question at all. You kind of got to going and your rail work and that. I mean, he had plenty of forward
He was
movement
pretty
outside.
smooth out there.
Yeah.
He looked smooth. Once he broke loose, the trot was, I could see you, I could just tell she's fixing to call, and this is my trot, this is my walk, this is my lope. I mean, y'all were right together. That was smooth. That had to get some big marks out there. But again, once you got into the obstacle course, that time, it rolls by pretty fast
It
out
does,
there.
yeah.
And what was the toughest obstacle for you?
That tarp was
Shocking, yeah.
It's just so white, it stands
it
out
is,
to
yeah.
them, and it doesn't look like something they think they should step on.
Well, the horses, we were discussing, they don't know if it's a drop off, a hole,
Right.
and their instincts tells them obviously to go around
Yeah.
it, and so they're going against their instinct at that point. And every year, that's the booger
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
even that horse was pretty brave about tarps in my
He
round
was,
pen.
yeah.
But just it being white and stuck out there like that, he's like, I'm not too sure about
You know,
that.
I think that the Hackamore certainly proved to be the right ticket for you out there, that you made that change yesterday, and that was really, really
I
good.
think so. I think he was a lot more comfortable with that. And on that horse, he's made to travel, and so the little technical stuff is going to take a little bit more time to get that fine-tuned, But really happy with how he came through.
Your horse, for me, and I've thought it all week, but just like when they ran him in the round pen, I mean, we're sitting right on top of the action. But and again, these horses' conformation might change a little bit as they get older. But I thought he was the typiest looking one. I really liked his look out there.
Yeah.
And again, when she mounted up, and man, y'all looked good out there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he feels good too. He feels like he'd be real fun to ride out.
Well, again, now you're headed back to where? To where's home?
Well, I live on the Central Coast of California. They're at Paso Robles, but drove up here from Weatherford with my brother and sister-in-law.
So you'll be headed to Texas first.
Going to Weatherford,
Going to Weatherford, will you stay a while, or then will you head home?
probably a couple days.
Stay a couple days,
Yeah.
that's good. And then, again, you're leaving here with just, gosh, got to be a heart full of emotion, passion, feeling, those
It
things.
always
that,
takes a few days to kind of like
to
unwind and
just
come
settle
down off that deal.
That's a heck of an event, isn't it?
It really is, and all my crews at the Super Stakes, they're showing and stuff, so they're all been, tremendously supportive and behind me the whole way, so it's been awesome.
Well, I tell you what, I'm proud for you. I'm tickled that you got this award there. A winner of the first 2 rounds. I mean, neck and neck the whole way, and you were a pleasure and a joy to watch. I certainly learned from you. Thank you, Kate.
Thanks,
Newberg.
Kate.
Great
Safe
talking
travels,
to you.
mate.
Thanks, guys.
Well, I tell you what, things to just keep, I mean, they're already talking about next year. I mean, there's so much feeling in this building right here. I mean, let's bring in Matt West, who, commentated the whole thing, keeps this show, just going and rolling and rocking and rolling. I mean, I tell you what, hey, what
I want
a
to know,
run, huh?
is your new call sign or like voice thing you're going to do? Is it you're going to adopt that thing that Vicky does?
I tried for an hour yesterday, and I even had her. I said, "Show me what is that?" And I look so stupid trying to do it.
Yes, you do, man.
But I'm going to learn, and I think every horseman across the country is going to learn after that.
100%.
How incredible was this weekend?
Well, it was more than incredible. It was exciting. It was emotional. It was passionate. There were ups and downs. There were surprises. I mean, what an amazing event. And again, Vicky Wilson coming out on top with a premier performance, and I'm not sure anybody's ever gone through the obstacle course and done their freestyle bareback.
I have no idea what the judges get paid, but it's not enough for what I saw today. I thought all 4 of those girls came in there today, and starting with Rochelle, who had a little bit of a time crunch compared to the others.
She sure
when
did.
When she got finished, I went, "Ooh, wow."
But the thing is that all 4 of those runs this afternoon, in many other given situations, would have been
absolutely
a winner.
Might have been a win and run.
How many times have you seen all of the competitors from start to finish get through the course?
I don't think
it's ever been done. I truly don't think we've ever seen all of the competitors.
Well, I definitely
get
know.
through the entire
Definitely
course.
know the year I was here, I didn't. So that
right, exactly. and I don't mean that as a knock.
You know what? No, that is amazing. They did superior horsemanship. You know, like we talked about earlier, it wasn't about the gender, it was about the horsemanship.
You guys will know more about this than I do. Is this the toughest competition we've seen in the 14-year history of Road to the Horse?
I mean, we'd have to refer back to the old guy to probably answer this, but...
but at this point in his life, he might not remember 14 years ago.
Oh, yeah, right. You know what? Seriously, though, I would say it was as tough as any competition and maybe the toughest out there. You know, these girls came out there with a great spirit, and I tell you what, the tenacity they showed, the hard work, the heart and soul. I mean, man, they kind of did it all. So,
this is year 14. You think Tootie doesn't have something up her sleeve for year 15?
Man.
Right?
You know she does.
Well, how excited! I thought about this like 30 seconds after we officially ended the show. I thought, man, that was amazing. Wait a minute. Next year we celebrate 15 years, and every year I feel like it's increasingly. I catch myself. I can admit this. We're celebrating Cowgirls, but I can admit I got emotional because of this girl right here.
Oh, without a doubt. Here's our world champ right there.
Congratulations.
2017. I tell you what, you tore him up out there. You just stole the crowd. You and that horse, I tell you what, you did things that have never been done before. How are you feeling right now?
Never in my wildest dreams did I think that was possible. I can tell you that.
Well, you know what? I want to ask you, Dan. I mean, you were the one that brought Vicky to Tootie's attention. You said, I know this phenomenal horsewoman who does things a little bit different, but she is the real deal. And, boy, you were absolutely correct.
Yeah, mate, I tell you what, like, you know, we never got to see Vicky actually start a colt, but there is something when you get around good horsemen and horsewomen, there's just something different about them. And, you know, and I guess on this occasion, it's not very often I'm right, but this one I feel like I totally nailed it. I mean, it's been just so cool to get to watch you through this whole competition. I mean, it makes sense when you see her out there and what Vicky's done this weekend, why you've been so successful at everything else you've put your hand to.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Dan, for making that phone call. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, you know, you went in there, you picked that horse, and even though that horse was a little bit difficult, boy, you just kind of just finessed that horse through, kept talking to that horse, talking about try, talking about not quitting. I mean, you were verbalizing everything, and half the time, boy, she was making everybody laugh. And I think when things lighten up like that, you know, it gets a little bit easier out there. So what was going on?
Yeah, I guess it kind of, you walk in there and you know his heartbeat's 100 miles an hour,
Yeah.
my heartbeat was, and I was like, we've got to get this done. That's a tougher course than I was expecting, and I don't know how horses walk through that course. I have no idea, but the amount of try those horses give us is
incredible, isn't it?
incredible.
You know, you went through that whole course. I mean, you did, and the leading exercises, really paid off for you.
Yeah, and that wasn't the plan. Without that dislocated shoulder, I wouldn't have had him that good at leading, I can tell you that much. But
Really?
he really had that trust with that support on
He
the ground.
did, yeah.
And to be able to lead him over something, and then you just hop on him and he stands as a rock, and you ask him to do something, he's like, okay, I got this.
So what's up now? Now you're a world champion. You've won one of the Colt starting championship of the world. I mean, people are going to be flocking to you. I already saw them doing at the booth. Where are you headed now? And when will you get home? And then what will you start doing?
I think we fly out tomorrow morning, and I think there's a lot planned over the next 5 years, and we'd like to compete world championships for show jumping, and we've got really big dreams, but I think I would love to come back and work with Dan and do some combined clinics and travel America and get to help people if we can.
Well, I know you'll be helping people, and I tell you what, everybody's excited. The crowd literally loves you, and I think everybody everywhere is going to find a great love for world champion Vicki Wilson. Congratulations. Hey, you are the best, and we're very, very happy for you.
Yeah,
Thank
mate,
you
good on
very
you.
much.
Best rises to the top.
Hey, I wanted to put a clinic with you as well. So,
I'll let you in.
all right, Vicki Wilson, guys. Hey, there's a 2017 world champ, well deserved, and what a show that she put on.
Mate, it was just amazing, just so cool to be a part of it, to see how it unfolded. So, I mean, like Matt said, I mean, what's next?
I don't know, but Tootie Bland will have something special. But I tell you what, we're blessed to be a part of this, blessed to have won the event. Hey, we're excited. We appreciate you guys joining us. Hey, I'm Craig Cameron.
I'm Dan James.
And we'll see you next year at the 2018 Road to the Horse.